What's going on, guys? And welcome to Monday night of the 8th week of investing this year. So we started a channel 8 weeks ago where every Monday through Friday we are investing $50 into the stock market and tracking our goals. First things first, I got to say happy birthday, Mom. It is my mom's birthday. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at our tracker. All right, guys, so this is our channel tracker. This is where we track updates in our happiness, health, and wealth categories. Today is February 20th of 23. My weight is currently 285.3 pounds, which is a total weight loss of 13.4 pounds since the beginning of the year. So kind of stuck in this range. I need to get past that. I did order a fridge, like a second fridge. That's like a small little fridge. So hopefully I can get some meal prepping stuff and have room for that. That's my goal. But started by just buying the fridge, right? So because I need somewhere to put that stuff. I might put it in my office at work, and then just keep all my lunches in there. We're figuring out. But I bought the fridge, which is the first step. Investment balance. So even though we closed out Friday at 2106.96, today our balance is 2156.96. The market is closed today, so we're going to go over that and what that is. Dividends earned, we're at $6.10. Our total growth in the portfolio is down $7.43. Keep in mind, though, we did start this with a negative $30 balance up here in the top. So we're actually up about 23 bucks. YouTube income. So this isn't necessarily from YouTube, but it is income from the channel, from SoFi, actually. So I'm at $100 of income from SoFi. Our total subscriber count is at 1,263. Thank you for the new subscribers. I appreciate you. Total views, we're at 61,616 views. That's a weird number. Very strange. Total watch hours, we're at 1,361. So again, to everyone who's been following, liking, subscribing in the comments and stuff, I appreciate you. And then to the new subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you as well. We are trying to get this thing monetized, sooner rather than later. So I appreciate everybody who's been a part of it. But I want to go over a couple things. The first thing I want to do is check out SoFi, because I want to show a little how this portfolio actually works. All right, so here we are in our SoFi investing account. We have our total balance here, which is currently $100 higher than what I had in the tracker. Reason why is the referral income that I got is in shares of stocks, which I'm going to sell and then move. But for now, it's $100 higher. You can see that my total net contributions is $100 lower, or roughly $100 lower. So for that, we're going to look at this net contributions number a little bit better for now. But scrolling down, right? Kind of an interesting thing here. My buying power is 67 cents. Withdrawable funds, not available right now, but upcoming is I have $150.67 tied up in orders. Okay, so $150 tied up in orders. What is that? As we see here, we have our pending orders. So the $150, right? We have 100 from SoFi, and we have 50 from our automated investing. Now the market is closed today because today is a holiday. But because I have my account set up to automatically invest every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it actually does do a deposit on Monday of $50. So what does that mean for Tuesday? right? What does that mean for tomorrow? So tomorrow, not only will it invest and buy the $50 that it normally would on Tuesday, but it will also buy an additional $50 from the money deposited on Monday. This means that we hit an even 260 days of investing, or days worth of investing, and we don't have to worry about missing the beat when there's a weird holiday. So if Christmas lands on a Wednesday, for instance, it means that we'll still be investing 5 days that week. We don't just miss a day of investing for Christmas. I use that because it's a national holiday. So that's kind of how this thing works. It makes it really easy to calculate how much money we'll be investing over time. And this is a great illustration of that. Just it shows that today, February 20th, we have a pending buy scheduled, and I can go into all the activity and we can look this up, but I'm still depositing $50 a day, even though the market's closed. I've been asked this a couple times by people. They say, well, what about the days where you only invest 4 times that week? Well, this strategy doesn't allow me to do that. This strategy just says, I don't care that the market's closed. We're still going to invest. So definitely just a win for the automation of the portfolio. Do I have that money in these funds right now or in these stocks right now? No, I don't. And that's okay, right? Because tomorrow in the morning I will. But pretty cool. It makes it really easy to calculate how much money we will be investing. So that means that I'll be making 260 deposits of $50 every year. And that's going to be a total of $13,000 per year. So that's how much I'll be investing. I use that a lot when calculating like future investing amounts, kind of charting out where my portfolio might end based off dividend yield currently and dividend yield growth of the portfolio as a whole. It makes it easier to kind of like plot that out and have estimates for planning for my retirement future or investing future. So just want to show that a little bit because we haven't really talked about it very much. But like you'll see I have $150 of pending orders right now. It's kind of an ominous number to look at. It looks like a lot of cash. It's really just Monday I couldn't buy the stocks because the stock market was closed, and I have, these random stocks coming in. I don't know what these 2 stocks are, but I'm buying them. Or $50 of them. I'm going to sell the stocks that I get in this, and I decided that for now, until I can get a second account opened for this, I'm going to just pump it into JEPQ. So for the near future, at least, JEPQ will be the representation of YouTube income or SoFi income. That's how we'll contribute to JEPQ. So that'll be kind of fun. Scrolling up a tad, we've got our balance here again, which is a nice balance to look at. Hopefully by pumping that into JEPQ, we can increase this dividend payout just a little bit faster. So let's take a look at Seeking Alpha and we'll see kind of what's going on with the portfolio going into this. All right, guys, so here we are in Seeking Alpha. I'm not going to spend too much time going over all the different things that we have right here because nothing's really changed in the past couple days. The market's been closed. But what I do want to go over is how March is looking so far, because I had mentioned in the past that March is going to be a big dividend paying month for us, which is, it's very early on, but we're going to see how much dividend growth is happening so quickly. So if I sort this by payout date, right, we have MPW paying us out on April 13th, so not March, but it shows up. We have Pepsi paying a dividend on March 31st, NASDAQ paying us on March 31st, BlackRock paying us on March 23rd, Realty Income Corporation paying us on March 15th. As we come down, JEPI, which pays every month, they'll be paying us at some point in the beginning of March. JEPQ will be paying us at some point in the beginning of March. And then SCHD, who has not yet declared their dividend, but they pay quarterly, usually in mid-March. So when we look at those, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our 10 holdings are going to be paying us in March. Pretty exciting stuff there. Now, some of this, which is a little speculatory, obviously, if you haven't declared yet, I don't know that they will pay us, but I have reason to believe that they will. I did some adding things up here, and I want to take a look at it, right? So just based off what we have now in the portfolio, what are we going to be earning from all these stocks, right? Hold on, let me just pull this up right here. Boop. Okay, so first things first, BlackRock, right? BlackRock is paying $5 per share as a dividend. We have 0.25 shares as of right now, which means we are earning 1.25, so $1.25. Pepsi will be paying $1.15 per share. We currently have $1.01, which means they will be paying us at least $1.16. Realty Income Corporation, they just increased their dividend. They'll be paying us 25.45 cents per share. At 5.3 shares, they currently will be paying us $1.35. Now, this is where I get a little speculatory. JEPI hasn't announced their dividend yet, but I looked at the historicals and it does follow a trend. So based on March, there's usually a little fluctuation from the previous payment that came out in February. I'm guessing that they'll pay somewhere around 50 cents. Might be 48, might be 52, somewhere in that ballpark. That's what I think they'll probably pay, just off historical data. Now, there's not a lot of historical data with Jeffy. It's pretty new. But I'm using 50 cents as a ballpark for what I think it'll be. Maybe we'll go back to this video and see if I was right. But 50 cents ballpark. We have 3.2 shares of that, so that'll be $1.60. JEPQ, similar situation, guys, but with less data. So I'm just using the lowest dividend payout that JEPQ has paid, which is 34 cents. I think this will probably be higher than that, but I'm just using the lowest that they've ever paid on a month. So 0.34 cents per share at 5 and 1/20th of a share is $1.72 from that. SCHD, again, this is a guess. I think it should be somewhere roughly around 60 cents. It usually takes about a 10-cent hit going from closing the year to March for first quarter. So I'm thinking that's probably about 60 cents. Last dividend that they paid was 70 cents. So ballpark 60 cents at 4.56 shares. That's $2.70. And then NASDAQ is paying 20 cents per share. We have 2.31 shares, so that'll be 46 cents. All said and done, based off what we are holding right now, with some guessing here, I think we should end up with about $10.25 of dividend payouts next month. And that's based off of our holdings now. Keep in mind, as we look at this page on SoFi, right, the dividend date where they take that snapshot, we still have a good amount of time to buy some shares here before they close these all out on our positions or I shouldn't say close out our positions. They're not closing out our positions, but close us out for what dividends we get paid out. I mean, NASDAQ, we're not buying any of this, so it doesn't matter. But MPW, we have until March 15th, so half of the month there. That'll be a April payment. But BlackRock, we have till March 6th to buy up a couple more little pieces of that. Pepsi, March 2nd, so we've got some time for that. Realty Income Corporation, they'll take that snapshot at the end of the month. That's what they always do pretty much. So that's not a ton of time, but that is another, $60 into that. So we'll have a whole another share roughly. So that's great. JEPI, JEPQ, and SCHD, we don't know when they'll take their snapshot. It should be at the beginning of the month, which is nice. So, SCHD, again, that's another $60 or so, hopefully, maybe even a whole nother share by the time they take that snapshot, which would be great for a dividend. But JEPI and JEPQ, we've got another $60 split between the two of those going in. So pretty cool to see, that within a couple months, it's hard for me to count month one as anything, right? Because we had nothing in the account. So really, and we didn't make it in time for the snapshot for the dividend payouts. So really, February was the first month. If we're going from $6 in dividend payouts on the first month being February, or this month, and then the next month we're making $10 to $11, that's a lot different. Like that's a pretty big chunk. And when you're making $10 to $12 of dividend payments in a month, well, over a year now you're making $120 to $150 in dividends, and that's a decent chunk. Like that's a little stepping stone for a lot of people. Most people aren't used to seeing 10 to 12, maybe $15 a month of free stock purchases in their account just from holding on to stocks. So pretty awesome. Just to put a value to that, like a visualization to that, one share of MPW is $12.96 right now. So that's almost a free share of MPW. Like that's pretty sweet. Definitely exciting to see. I'm also very excited for this payout because this is going to look awesome. So let's take a look at MPW really quick. Obviously, this is a little ways away, but if we look at their dividend, they are going to be paying 29 cents per share based on whatever we have on March 15th, however many shares we have. So 29 cents per share. Back over here, we have 13.9 shares. So 0.29 times 13.9. That's a $4 payout just from MPW. And that's with time to grow. Like we're going to have more than 13.9 shares by the time they take that snapshot on the 15th. Today's the 20th. That's basically a month away. So we have almost an entire month of buying this up at $5 a day to increase that position as large as possible. But I am super stoked to be getting what I'm hoping will be like a $5 payout just from MPW alone next month. So that's pretty huge. And that just keeps that momentum going and going and going. Like that's almost, it's a third of a share of MPW just based off what we have right now. So that's huge. That's really, really huge. But yeah, some exciting stuff to take a look at there. We haven't really broken that down before, so nice to get an idea of how this is growing. Well, guys, yeah, that's pretty much that. So we're wrapping up. I have to say happy birthday, Mom, again. It's her birthday today. And then, I am almost done with the book. What's it called? Atomic Habits by James Clear. I'm almost done with it. So we should have like our book report on that. If you guys want to get into investing like I am, I'm not wealth manager, credit counselor, financial advisor, none of that. I'm just a guy on the internet doing this. But feel free to sign up for SoFi in the link down in the description, and it really helps the channel out. But you will also get, as of today, $25 of free stock when you sign up with $10 or more. So it's pretty cool if you're a new customer or a new client to SoFi. I think it's a great tool. But with that, I wish you all happiness, health, and wealth, and roll the outro.